Hi there, 7th grade scholars. Today in workshop, you're going to have three different things that you're going to be doing, and we're just going to take a look quickly at what you're going to be doing right now. The first thing you're going to be doing is working on your narrative task draft. You're going to use your work from your brainstorm yesterday and start writing. Your narrative task is on Google Classroom. So you'll go to Google Classroom and you'll see that you have your brainstorm, which you worked on yesterday. So you're going to pull that up and use any of your ideas that you want to use from that. And then you're going to open your narrative task. This is where you're going to be writing how you would continue the story of All Summer in a Day. These just give you a couple instructions. Be sure you read these, that your story has believable events and true characters, and it has a true setting, and that you keep the author's point of view. And we're going to be talking more about this in class, so don't worry too much about that right now. Today you're going to be able to go ahead and start drafting, so you just want to write your story here. And don't worry, it looks like it's just a small space, but you can keep going for as long as you want. At the end of the document is a grading rubric. Let's just take a quick look at what you're going to be graded on. You're going to be graded that your events are believable, that the characters are all from All Summer in a Day. So you want to keep the same names, and the same character traits. You want to make sure your characters speak, think, and act like they do in the short story. You want to be sure that the setting is the same with several creative details added. You want to be sure you keep the author's point of view. You want to be sure that the story is reasonable, thorough, and specific. So just make sure it makes sense. Make sure your story shows evidence of careful reading and thinking, that your story is complete, and that there's 0 to 3 errors in sentence structure, grammar, or spelling. So that's your narrative task that you're going to be working on. Now at some point you're probably going to need a brain break in your writing. So when you find that you do, go ahead, and your second task in workshop is to watch your new Flocabulary rap video. And that video is on Google Classroom, and you can go to it and listen to it from there. The last thing that you're going to be doing is get your flashcards from the vocabulary homework station. This is part of your homework for tonight. Those flashcards are up on the vocabulary wall at the front of the room. Now, it's a little bit different with your flashcards this time. Several of you told me that you would like to have flashcards which are already printed, and then all you do is have to cut them up. So we're going to try that this time. So this is an example for the orange group, but each group has their own set. You're going to get a couple sheets of paper that have your flashcards printed on them. All you have to do is cut along the horizontal line, and then this is going to be the front of your flashcard, and you'll fold on this line, and this will be the back of your flashcard. So you'll have your definition, then you'll have your picture. Sorry, you'll have your word, then you'll have your definition, your picture, and some examples. So hopefully this will be a way that it helps you with your flashcards. Let me know how it goes, and we'll see if this is something we want to keep doing. All right, that wraps up your workshop instructions for today. Get to work.